Hmm. Hello, hello, hello. This is Jenna Cantor, performer and physical therapist. I'm the founder of Powerful Performer that teaches performing artists how to just become fully independent with taking care of their health and living the longest and healthiest career in theater. All right, so I am talking about research. I always want to share this good research from good resources. All right, so the title of this is The Effects of Static versus Ballistic Stretching. So those are just two different types of stretching on the hamstring, the quadriceps strength ratio and jump performance of ballet dancers and resistance trained women. Woo! Okay, yeah. So let's break down this title alone. So in this study, they looked at what happened in the effects of stretching two different types of ways on muscles. Okay, that's it, on muscles. They were looking at the hamstrings, the hamstrings, the back of your thighs in the back, and then the quads. That's the front of your thighs. So here we go. Hamstrings, hamstrings, quads. Okay. Okay. So they looked at that, and what they did is they assessed it with jumping. Okay. And they took two groups. All right. So the participants, they were 15 resistant trained women with 6 months of experience, and they were the average age of 23, and they compared them to 12 ballet dancers with an average of 5 years experience and a minimum of 5 years experience and an average age of 22. Now here's one thing you got to start thinking right away. Are you 22? Is this your age? Is this already describing you? Are you a ballet dancer? Like if you have no background in ballet, like into something else, it can be, it could be applicable to you, but not fully necessarily. So already start thinking that way when I start bringing this up. So how was this done? So this was tested over 5 sessions. So at the first session, the initial measurements were gathered. Then at the other 4 sessions, this involved, they did both static and ballistic stretching. So static is when you hold a stretch for a period of time, like 30 seconds, a while. You hold it for a while. And ballistic is, as we know, that's moving through. It can be bouncing in it. So three of the stretches focused on the hamstrings, and 3 of the stretches focused on the quadriceps. And there were 3 different jumps. I'm not going to go into it, but they were used to analyze what the effect was of doing these different types of stretching. Okay. So the results were that they found there was a significant decrease in hamstring versus quad strength after static stretching. And this was a decrease they found. And there was no significant difference between the jumps, though. However, ballet dancers compared to this resistant training people who had no dance background had better jump heights than them. Okay, so in conclusion, they concluded that a long duration stretching negatively impacts hamstrings versus quad strength, that ratio. So it creates an imbalance for the short term. But this, even though it's for the short term, it could very possibly lead to a greater muscle imbalance regardless of the individual's training background. So this is actually really, really, I like this article, though it's not getting true long-term results. It's still getting, I would say, a little bit more than a snapshot of what's going on, but we can't fully, it's not 100% causality. We need more. And also it's not that many people that they even studied on. 15 and 12, like that does not a group make. It wasn't randomized. There's tons of bias in here. People know they're being tested on what they're being tested on. A lot of things already lead to limitations or flaws within the study, which all studies do have, but you would just like as few flaws as possible. So I still do like this study because of their thought process in the conclusion. It's not the end all be all. It's a may. You can't say 100% with this, but it is good to consider. Maybe I need to watch my stretching, that those static stretching and hold, and maybe not create that muscle imbalance before I jump into my dance class. There is other research that supports this as well, but this is just one of those studies to definitely, put that in the back of your mind. You don't want that muscle imbalance. You want every single muscle to be working efficiently. Okay. If you have any further questions, if you want to understand what's happening within those muscles, the muscle fibers themselves that's causing this imbalance, happy to talk to you in further detail about that. That's it. Take care. Goodbye.